This is my lovely model Maxine, and we're going to be doing a lovely glowy bronze JLo glow look on her today. So we're going to start with Cleen Beauty wipes, which kind of does what it says on the box. They're just Cleen Beauty, they've got no nasties in them. We're just going to take off any surface oils, any pollution that has settled on the skin from just walking around LA.
Yeah, seriously.
And now we're going to be using the Chanel Hydra Beauty range to prep the skin. So this is the Hydra Beauty Micro Liquid Essence Serum. It's almost like just putting water into the skin, just to plump up those cells before we put the serum on. The serum, Hydra Beauty serum. And then finally we're going to use the Hydra Beauty Camelia water cream, which is a lovely light moisturizer for under the makeup, just to seal all that moisture in. Now we're moving on to the Surratt primer. This is a silicone-free primer. So a lot of the primers that contain silicone, they really put a barrier on the skin between the makeup and the skin, which can make the makeup look a lot thicker. Definitely makes it last a little bit longer and it can smooth the skin, but when you're doing beauty and red carpet, you really don't want to have a thick looking makeup. This is the Surratt Dewdrop Foundation in shade 11. So this is a really nice sheer, glowy foundation. We're going to put it on with a beauty blender. I love this packaging too. It's got a little pump on the bottom, so you really don't waste much product at all. That's good. So I'm going to go in and warm up Maxine's forehead area and any kind of slightly more ashy areas, just adding a little bit of the Chanel Tan de Soleil bronzing. It's a powder, but it's a cream to powder, so it's really nice. It doesn't sit on the surface too much, but just those cooler areas. It's almost the same color as Maxine's skin, so it's really not to do anything other than just warm up some of these areas. So we're going to go in on the eyes now. We're going to start with a nice creamy eyeshadow. This is the lid lacquer from Surratt, which is traditionally more of like a finishing product if you want to do a glossy lid, but I really like these as a base to build up on. I'm going to get the shape and the tone with these, and then I'm going to go in with powders after. I'm going to hold it with one hand. Better? Yeah. And because these are a cream-based product rather than you know, a primer or something that's really kind of long-lasting, this is really more a look that it's not going to really last you all night. It's, you know, it's something if you're doing maybe a shoot, or if you're you know, something that doesn't have to last long, basically. For our purposes, it's just going to keep everything really creamy and glowy. Okay, so I have some deep potted Christian Dior shadows here, which I'm going to go in with some of the nice golden bronzy tones. Just on the outer corner, I'm going to start getting that shape. We're really going to wing this out, make it quite dramatic bronzy eye. We're not going to go too high up on the brow bone because we want a long shape, not a round shape. It's almost like sweeping under the brow bone. We're just starting to get that elongated shape, really wing it out towards the temple. Now up into the crease. Okay, so now we've got that shape happening on the top. Look up for me. We're going to go underneath with my favorite brush for going underneath, which is a Smith 220 brush. It's just got this great flat edge to it, so I can get right in underneath the lashes and really very quickly get that smokiness happening. Makes it really easy to follow that line through too. Probably one of my favorite brushes of all time. Now we're going to add a little more depth with the Urban Decay Glide On pencil in the lovely shade of Roach. Look up on there. This is a really nice bronze color. It's a little more depth and a little more red in it. So mix those kind of more chocolatey bronze tones with the more coppery, orangey gold ones. Just going into that shade. And now we're going to go along the top, just along the lashes. So we're not really having any hard lines in this, it's all very soft and blended. So just really getting into the lash line there too. And I'm going to go in and smudge that. One of these lovely Chanel pencil brushes. Now this is a little Korean, it's like a gel eyeshadow, Orange Pico by Misha M. And it's really lovely. I just put that on with my finger, and this is a really more of like a coppery gold for the lids. And it's almost like a wet look. A little bit of glitter in it as well. Fine. Go right to the corners here. Right. And now using the Surratt eyelash curler, which is this fabulous matte black. It's got quite a flat curve. Some of them are quite curved. This one's more flat, so it's good for certain kinds of eyes. I find need a flat one, and certain kinds need more of a curved. So it's good to have a few. I use the Kevyn Aucoin one for more curved eyes. For mascara, we're going to use the Hourglass Caution, which is a great thickening, lengthening mascara. It's really long lasting without being waterproof. So it doesn't flake. And it's quite easy to remove, but I've had clients who've cried in it and have said that it hasn't run down their face, so I think that's a good test. It really does lengthen the lashes. And I'm going to go in and put a few individual lashes in, but we're going to do that off camera. It's kind of boring. Yeah. All right, we've done some individual lashes in there. And now we're going to go in with the soap brows. Get those unruly brows in place.
And smell.
So we're going to go back against the way the hair grows and then get them in place. Side. Going against the hair just really gets it down into the roots. And just as that's drying, we're going to keep brushing it through and get them in place. Probably won't even really need to fill Maxine's brows. Pretty solid. Just going to go in and conceal with some MAC Pro Concealer. Just going to brighten that under eye area a little bit. A little on the chin. I'll just turn the eyes here. And down the center of the nose. Okay. Adding some contour with the Laura Mercier cream contour palette. I always love to do contour with a cream because it just still looks like skin and it's really easy to blend. I'm going to add quite a sharp cheekbone here. So we really want to accentuate these angles. Just blend it with the Beauty Blender. Now with the amazing Natasha Denona palettes, this is the Tan palette and this is the Bloom Brush and Glow palette. So we're going to be adding glow and colour to the cheeks and the temples with these. Starting with the Tan palette. This is the creamy colour, glow cream base. On that high point of the cheekbone.
Oh yeah, it does its own thing.
So even though there's a lot of different products going on here, because they're cream base, they're all really melting into the skin and they're melting in with the foundation. So it's still looking really glowy and very much like skin rather than a whole lot of makeup sitting on the surface. On the Cupid's bow. And then with this color down here, the Glow Impact Powder. Look up for me. I'm going to go into the corners of the eyes. Go underneath a little bit here too. Again, just along the lip line there. Alright, and now in the Bloom Blush and Glow palette, we're going to use the cream, Glow Cream base, which is it's like a pinky gold, so that we're going to add to the cheeks. Brow blush, super subtle. Just starting to add a little bit of color. And then with the cream blush next to it, which is the really bright one, I'm just going to add like a tiny little bit opposite the cheeks, and then we're going to really blend that in. A little goes a long way with this product. Going in with some Nars powder foundation, just on the T-zone. It's got a great banana tone to it. So look up, it's going to brighten and just give that little extra layer of coverage as well. Still keeping the skin looking really dewy. For our lip liner, we're going to use the Lip Tensity Lip Pencil by MAC in Fresh Clay. These are a great automatic pencil. Slips together for me. So if you do your lip liner with your lips closed, your lips actually move around a lot less, so it's much easier. And this is the Nars Pure Matte Lipstick in Tashkent. So really nice and peachy nude. I kind of like the contrast between the really shimmery, almost glossy eyelids and the matte lips, but we might even put a gloss over the top, just. So just to kind of bump this look up a little bit, we're going to use the Natasha Denona's new Lipophoria lip gloss in some color. Oh, nude. Okay. This has got a nice little bit of very fine glitter in it as well, which gives us almost a bit of a wet look without that really sticky, glossy consistency. Now, one of my favorite things to do is to add that highlighter at the end. So this is the Lancome Dual Finish Highlighter in Luminous Gold. Just using my really delicate fan brush to add that highlighter. I'm going to go along the top of the brow bone too. Gorgeous. And there we go. That's our finished look. She's ready for the disco. Now we're going to get David Keo to do the hair, and we'll show you the final look. And we have our final look with amazing hair by David Keo. And we're just going to go in with the Patrick Tar Glow. What is this called again? Major Glow. Major Glow. She's a beautiful, really ultra fine highlighter in an oil base. And then a little bit of the Tarte Skin Gloss. We're just gonna tap that onto the temples as well. Just get that super glossy look along the lips. Closed for me. Little eyelids. Voila.